It just started.
Because there are people who have very strong doubts about the viability of this ADC. 100%. And they're unsure about what exactly it really is. Is this really a coalition? They had come out as a coalition, but it now appears that they're just a political party standing by themselves.
Oh, well, let me start by wishing our Muslim brothers and sisters happy Eid Maulud. And may the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him, bring us the birth of a better Nigeria. Thank you, viewers, for joining us. Now, you see, what happened with ADC is a novel thing. It has not happened before in Nigeria. So I understand why people mistake a whole lot of things. This is the first time in Nigeria the national executive of a political party, resigned and allowed a new executive party to take over on their own. So a coalition simply means alliance, to work together for a purpose. Chose the party to use as their party henceforth. So it's not a merger. So the coalition is now dissolved into a political party. So it is not now like a coalition that parties, as in political parties, are going to work together. No. They have now dissolved into a political party. So it's now one party.
I understand that. But, right. I mean...
Oh, boy. Even the ones have this smile, say, what did this guy just talk now? Like, what's he talking about? The problem is that ADC could not get PDP, LP, and whatever SDP, I don't even know what that one. It couldn't get them to come together and agree to follow Article. So to save face, they now said, you know what, we're going to call it a coalition. Now, a coalition that PDP is not even involved in as we speak. SDP, we don't even know where, because the guy that represents SDP is El Rufai. And SDP has even barred El Rufai from even using their name, but it still feels like it's with. LP is saying that we don't understand what this ADC is. So you have this guy that have now pushed themselves out of the default party, now claiming that there is this coalition. It's no longer a coalition because LP is not working with them. SDP is not working with them. PDP is not working with them. In fact, PDP is trying to see how they can bring Obi back into PDP, which I think that won't even work. So I don't know what this guy is saying or what he's trying to preach to people, but I'll let him.
And we've since seen, because people have been asking questions, as a result of that, we saw the resignation of some prominent members of the PDP, for instance, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who resigned his membership of the PDP. We saw David Mark, Senator David Mark, resigning his membership of the PDP. He's the chairman of this coalition of the ADC. We've seen a number of resignations, but we've seen other people, stay in their political parties, but say, I support the coalition. But there are questions as to if you're supporting this coalition, it would seem that you cannot be here and here.
Yeah. Well, basically, there is, strictly speaking, there is no more any party like PDP or LP. They are just existing in papers.
What?
Because whoever is in PDP is either supporting APC or ADC. That's what it is. If the leaders of PDP had come out openly to say they are supporting the presidential candidate of another political party, that's the end of a party. 2 years before the time of the election. So strictly speaking, there is no party except on paper. And parties are meant to be on the people, of the people.
Oh, you say there is no PDP and there's no Labour Party?
No, where are they? You are there when Enwike, who is supposed to be a leader of PDP, had told you openly that he was going to support the presidential candidate of another political party.
Now, what do you expect Enwike to have done?
So where is it? And he had told you that anything and anybody that goes against whatever he says, he will ignite fire in his state if he's a state governor. And he has told you that whatever he says is law. And in fairness to him,
Okay.
It has been like that.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Entire Southeast say they preferred a secretary, Udokoye, for the political party. And if it's not given to them, they are going to leave PDP. Mike said, no, it has to be Samuel Anyan. And today is Samuel Anyan.
No, but he didn't just say that. This is not in his defense. You are a lawyer.
Absolutely.
He was standing on the basis of law to say you can't just remove somebody, you have to follow due process.
Now, let me state one thing. He maintained that position even before the Supreme Court gave judgment. And what the Supreme Court simply said in the judgment is that the political parties have the right to choose whoever they so choose. And the court has no jurisdiction to interfere in what any political party has decided. How does this judgment mean that it is now Samuel Anyan? Strictly speaking, as a lawyer. So you see,
but
you
again,
have the
it's
way
the
when you
party's
are the
decision,
power
right?
broker to interpret the law to suit yourself.
So fair enough.
What about the other things he's saying? Is it not crude anti-party to say you're supporting the presidential candidate of another political party in the coming election? No reason.
Again, I agree. I agree here that Wike is like a defiant political party member. I fully agree with that. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat it, because what Wike is doing now, definitely in a normal, reasonable party, he would have been suspended. But again, that's not my own problem. That's not my own business. You people, is that anything, that will make PDP to become whatever it wants to be, I'm all for it, because PDP is primarily responsible for the problems we have now. They built the foundation. APC came in and then made the old mystery worse. Now, well, Tinubu is trying to do the reform. We'll see how that goes.
In 2023, he will pretend and purport that he had a reason. In 2027, what's the reason? And he has made it open.
He's an FCT guy.
So
right?
There's no party like PDP. So PDP, by Wike, who is their leader, has already chosen their presidential candidate. Okay. And they have zoned the presidential ticket to him. And that's Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
I think that the PDP can defend themselves on this. But let's take
No, I wish them well.
Let's take on the Labour Party.
Recall that some members of PDP have said that if you are in PDP and you're supporting APC, they also have the right to be in PDP and support another political party. They said it. That's why I say there is no party like PDP. And I mean it. And I reserve the right to maintain that stand. Because if PDP officially is sanctioning the people that have taken that stand and said they are not going to discipline them, that means they've condoned them. And condonation means you are an accomplice to it. So PDP as a political party has decided through condonation and being an accomplice to zone their tickets to President Ahmed Tinubu. I wish them well. So the only political party now...
That's the implication you read to that particular zone.
Absolutely, and I've given you empirical facts.
As I said, the PDP has a right to defend themselves.
I agree with you.
We'll wait to see that. So let us take a look.
So ADC is the only political party that is the opposition party.
No. You just dismissed the Labour Party.
They're not... Is there the Labour Party now?
What?
As far as we know,
remember I told you that they are existing on paper.
Yes,
you have up to 18 political parties.
The candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has not resigned his membership of the Labour Party.
Good.
He has said
2023.
Yes, he has said he supported, the ADC, but we haven't seen him take the steps that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has taken in support of the ADC. Do you think that, he's still considering what his chances are, especially when Vice President Atiku Abubakar says, he's going to be contesting this 2027 general elections?
Very good. You just said that one cannot be here and here. I heard it from you when we started. So if he said he's supporting the ADC, permit me to say he cannot be here and there. So,
he can change his mind?
Well, yeah, sure.
He's allowed to change his mind?
Absolutely.
Peter Obi is still with the LP. Now, I don't know how it's faring with respect to the problems that party is having. Okay, I don't even know I don't even know really if he's going to be able to run under that umbrella. Because this was what I was saying in 2020 with Obi leaving Atiku, that was just a sure victory for Tinubu. Again, I've not seen any indication that that has changed. In fact, now it's getting even worse because now you now have PDP, you have ADC, and then you have LP. Now, the PDP, by the end of the day, they are not successful in getting a candidate. They're going to put somebody as their candidate, in quotes, somebody, but that person will just be more like a, show face. Because the governors will then go to Tinubu and go and make a deal. That's what I think would happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so is it,
as long as he has not changed his mind?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you then totally rule out,
yes,
the Labour Party in the coming elections?
I am ruling out the Labour Party and whoever decides to run under Labour Party in the next election. Take my word for it.
Why?
Wow. Because it's not existing. Where are the structures?
But where are the structures of ADC too? Like, guy, listen to yourself. Where are the structures of ADC? PDP is not repping with ADC. But where are the structures?
Executives? No local government executives? No polling unit executives?
Did they really
no state executives?
Did they have
now there's no national executive. And you think you can do wonders? And you alone, you are the only politician, the name is being thrown around. In politics, a tree does not make a forest. And in Nigeria, any one tree that is leading any political party, that forest is dead. Because even if you win, they will take it away from you.
Let's go to Lagos now. I understand my colleague Ayo has questions for you. Ayo.
Wow.
Thank you, Mawkwe. Well, still on that issue that you just spoke to, Mr. Okonkwo, you don't think that the obedient movement might take issues, with the issue, with what you have said now, that the candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, is the sole tree that making the forest of the Labour Party? Is that what you're saying? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Well, you said just now that it seems to you that Mr. Obi is the only tree that is making the forest of the Labour Party. On the one hand, there are those who would wonder whether or not the Labour Party would agree with you. On the other hand, whether or not you think the obedient movement might be on your side on that issue you just raised.
Well, first of all, you misquoted me a little bit, and thank God I've not left your studio. I said there is nothing like Labour Party existing anywhere except on paper. And I said no one person, no one politician can be a tree that can make a forest in democracy. Because democracy is about numbers. Democracy is about the majority. And I said any one politician that decides to be alone, to be in a political party, is as dead as that politician. And I said if any one politician decides to go the way of Labour Party in 2027, and he's the only one there, he will not make any impact at all. That's what I say. So anybody has the right to agree or disagree. But I'm telling you that in Nigeria, even if that politician wins and he's the only one in that political party, they will take it away from him and nothing will happen.
Well, the issue, one of the issues to raise with you then would now be to ask you, do you think Mr. Obi will remain in the Labour Party in the upcoming presidential election because he has said that he would contest, or you think he should leave?
Well, that question is hypothetical, and I am not a prophet to know what is going on in Peter Obi's mind. So when you see Peter Obi, kindly ask him that. As for me, I don't know. I don't speak for him.
It's because of what you said.
For now, he has not decided on any political platform he wants to run. And Ayo, if you have the spirit of clairvoyance, you can help me on that.
Well, the reason I asked that question actually is because of what you said. That on the one hand, the Labour Party doesn't really have strong enough structures to bear any candidate. As far as you're concerned, the Labour Party does not exist. So that raises the question. Okay.
They don't have any structure at all.
That's the basic.
PDP still has the most robust structure, even though I don't like the party, compared to LP, compared to SDP. The only party that has more structure, better put, is now APC. It used to be PDP being the one with the formal structure, but now it's APC. And again, PDP right now, the way things are going, they're actually more lenient towards having it. I'm telling you the truth. You might not like it, but that's what is happening right now. If they can't get a formidable candidate, which I don't think they have at the moment, they won't go the way of
basis of the question. Yeah, that's the basis of the question, Mr. Okonkwo. Do you think, I mean, given that he performed very, very well on the platform of that party without those structures, and I think Marco was trying to reference that, without those structures, he did very, very well in the last elections. So that's why I'm asking whether or not you think he should consolidate on the success he had in the last election with that particular Labour Party, or you think there is a chance that maybe he could jump ship?
Well, like I said, first and foremost, in 2023, we had our structure in Labour Party. We had the national executive, we had the state executives, we have the ward executives. Such structures do not exist anymore. And as you can know, as I'm talking to you today, even the national leadership of Labour Party is an issue. The INEC cannot even categorically tell you who they are, neither can anybody. So that's what I'm saying, that for now, they don't have any structures at all. And then you're asking me, do I think? And your question is hypothetical. So I'm not a prophet like I told you. You said, do I think that P2B will run under Labour Party or not? And he has told you he supports ADC. And he has not told you any party he would want to run on. So I wouldn't know the answer to that question.
That's interesting.
Until he makes his decision and makes it clearer. If you recall, one reason I say I wouldn't speak for him is that I said I will not speak for a person that I do not understand his stand on important national issues. Now, I do not understand his stand on anything about 2027. So it's still a mystery that he would have to break.
I agree with him on that one. Seriously, I don't even know what he's going to do tomorrow. Peter Obi, I don't even have any idea. As a matter of fact, I don't have any idea what he's even up to right now. We've got the obedient movement, awareness stuff, vote registration stuff. We've got him in LP. We don't even know what's up with that. It's just messed up. And the problem is this. He's been given a chance at opposition, and I don't think he's done a very good job. I'm talking about Peter Obi. Now, the problem is that he's also hindering other people that may actually have a shot at being a good opposition. Because it kind of gets into the territory and sucks everything.
Interesting that you are a member of the ADC and you know that both the ADC and the PDP are courting Mr. Peter Obi. Why do you think he has a better chance? This is just you thinking now, permutating based on your experience in politics.
Yes. Well, first and foremost, ADC is cutting every Nigerian without any special preference to anybody. Because in 2027, it's going to be the people of Nigeria against APC. And ADC is...
It's going to be the people of Nigeria against who they think would be able to deliver. There's going to be a lot of people also against ADC just because Atiku is there. Because Atiku is not a new wine. And it's not a new bottle. I mean, the party is not a new bottle. So it's going to be both.
That alternative that they should have. We do not have any preference. Every Nigerian has equal importance to us.
This is more like a campaign
for the people.
A campaign
so
speech.
When you say ADC is cutting, well, I'm telling you, we are cutting everybody. As I'm sitting here in this platform, I am cutting Maokwe, and I am cutting you also.
Okay, well, interesting angle,
Mr.
Okonkwo. Just a second. Interesting angle. Now, from what you and a host of other people built around Mr. Peter Obi in the run-up to the 2023 elections, you guys produced about 6 million votes. Now, you also said on this program so far that politics is a game of numbers. I don't have Mr. Peter Obi's numbers, and I'm not sure if Markwe has Mr. Peter Obi's numbers. Now, for a political party like the ADC, it's natural to expect that, okay, who has more political capital? Between the three of us, I would say it is Mr. Peter Obi, right? So, do you think, should the APC adopt Mr. Peter Obi as its candidate for the 2027 elections, will you be on his side?
No.
What?
No. ADC is going to go into democratic.
What? Wow, that's crazy. That's really crazy. I mean, the question is straightforward. If ADC says Peter Obi is our guy, would you support him? And this guy said no. Is that not anti-party? I know they're not going to, but it's hypothetical. Maybe he doesn't want to say, okay, I'm not gonna answer hypothetical questions here. But you can't just say no. Like, he was your guy. He used to be your guy, bro.
Free, fair presidential primary election.
No, that's not a question.
Emerges, the party will support the person against Tinubu in 2027. That is the democratic thing to do. You do not allocate tickets to people, you contest for tickets. Anytime any party makes the mistake of allocating tickets to people, those people, except it is by the consensus of all the candidates that want to contest.
If it's by the consensus of all those that want to contest, that was the question he asked. That if there was a consensus, that was the question.
People eventually go to waste the ticket. I give you an example. In 2023, Tinubu was the leader of APC. Yet APC could not allocate any tickets to him.
Fair enough,
went in and contested and won in the primary.
But that wasn't the question.
Very prepared for the exigencies of the general election. And with that capital by his side, with all the fellow contestants by his side, they were able to make INEC to pronounce Tinubu the winner.
Now, you see what he's doing there? He's trying to prove his case. He's trying to prove his case that, okay, let's go through this part. Okay. And then he gets to the point where he says, okay, because Tinubu went through the primaries, he was able to sway all the parties behind him with the party's chest and all that. He went to the election. And instead of him to say he won, you see how this guy is not being straightforward. Now say what they were able to make INEC. Like, dude, you can be better than this. Dude, you can be better than this.
Of that election. So you need political elites, especially in Nigeria, as you need the people to vote for you.
Clearly, you are not in support of zoning.
Well, in 2027, I am not going to support zoning in ADC because the zoning arrangement now, especially as perpetrated by PDP, is a fraud.
So you have nothing against zoning?
No.
But you are not supporting it in 2027 for the ADC?
Absolutely. And one, it is because we are at this halftime of an incumbent that has run this country aground. And then, if you are in the opposition party, you cannot be talking about zoning your own ticket because you need to get the best out of Nigeria to be able to fight an incumbent.
Yeah, fair enough.
But when there is no incumbent contesting, the issue of zoning makes more sense. Because as an opposition party, you will be shooting yourself in the leg to cut off any section, any zone from assessing your ticket, and you want to fight an incumbent.
Are you sure that,
political suicide.
are you sure, because you have not hidden your support for Vice President Atiku Abubakar, that you will be supporting him in the 2027 election should he decide to run? And I think he said he's going to run. But are you sure that he's reading the signals correctly? Because some people will say Mr. Peter Obi seems to get it more when he says that he will only do one term. Should he be given a ticket on any, he hasn't said what political party platform, but should he get a ticket to run, he only plans to do one term should he clinch that ticket.
Ironically, the issue of this one term, I heard it first even. I was the one who propounded it as a theory, saying that any party that is serious to fight an incumbent must have to say that whoever is going to contest should have to do one term. So that no side will feel cheated.
No, the one term thing has always been a political stuff in Nigeria. Remember during Goodluck Jonathan and IBB, there was that talk about IBB just doing one term. And then Jonathan was like, at some point he had to step down. There was also the one term thing, I think, during that time when Jonathan got in, and I think during 2015, there was also different theories about, one time and all of those. So it's not a new theory in Nigeria. One time, all this one time curveball has always been thrown at different points when people can't get their way. So be like, okay, let me just do one time and go. But again, it doesn't even make sense.
So if you are a Southerner, if you don't agree to do one term, the Northerners will say you want to do another 8 years. That will offend the system. If you are a Northerner, if you don't agree to do one term, the Southerners will say, okay, that means you want to cut us short early in time. So I brought the theory as a way for any opposition party to inspire Nigerians to know that each side will not lose when they make any choice, whether north or south.
So how do you justify your new stance?
No, that's what I'm saying. So it was even Atiku Abubakar that first of all said he was going to do one term. Then Peter Obi now keyed into it. Because he knows that if him, as a younger person, does not make that promise, he loses the entire north. So it's purely a political strategy to say, look, I am not going to cut the 8 years. I'm not going to shortchange you. So if I am elected, I will just do only 4 years to complete the 8 years of the South. So that's just the whole idea about it.
But the North doesn't believe him. And that was why Jonathan now came into the picture, that the only person that can make that promise is Jonathan, because he already did a full term. In fact, he already did 2 years as vice, becoming president, and then a full time as president. So people were like, no, that's not going to be possible. What you're going to do right now is that, you know what? It's not even going to work. It's only Jonathan. And I think it was Obi that first came up with that when he said that anybody that is serious can solve Nigeria's problem in 4 years. And now you have El Rufai saying that that's nonsense, that nobody can solve Nigeria's problem in 4 years. But then he wants Tinubu to solve the Nigerian problem in 2. You see all the games these guys are playing?
Well, zoning is a whole conversation by itself, and it's interesting as you understand the sensitivities that it portends, but we're totally out of time to discuss in this matter, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo. I wish we had a little more time, but we really have to go. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. I hope you come again soon enough. Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo is a lawyer, columnist, public affairs analyst, and a politician. Thank you once.
He's a politician. The politician. Wow, I said I was going to listen to this one-on-one with Senator Aminu Tabuwal. Let me just put it as watch later. Yeah, it's a lot of things. This guy's saying Obi has conquered greed. I'm going to watch that also later. But I need to go now. We can go ban for ban. Yeah, I need to go now. Yeah. We have to dissociate ourselves from a lot of stuff is really eating up for 2023. About Rufai Lambas Wiki over Obi. Let me see if I can actually save that also to work later. Well, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate. Yeah, catch you next time. Yeah, it's not time to stop streaming.